Greetings and welcome back, Dapplings, to a delightfully calm day at sea. Here in From the Depths, there is the Master Ranger high overhead. Now, we have a few things that we need to address. Namely, that down here we've got a little bit of a problem. We have two fleets moving into one of the towers that we recently occupied. What are they doing? Are they just claiming new ground? Hunting the usurper. Well, there's no good going there then. I already moved. I moved a while ago. We've been slowly exploring up here, making sure there are no more Deepwater Guard. But whilst we were doing that, it seems the enemy decided to try a little bit of divide and conquer. And they're doing it quite well. They're trying to cut us off from supply. This cannot be allowed to stand. We do have the Abaya over here, the freshly set up the Abaya with its awesome torpedoes and awesome ability to dive, but we do not have really very much on the Master Ranger, and I would like to possibly change that. So let's load the Master Ranger. Oh, why not balloons? Balloons? Oh, right. Okay. Well, our highest altitude is much higher at the moment, so we need those balloons to deploy much sooner to just keep us nice and high. But we are going to be adding... Oh, did they just claim that territory? Oh, those scallywags. Yes, they did. Well, they've only left some of themselves there. That's going to make it pretty hard. You know what, Abaya? I need you to go down there and grab their attention. So off with you, please. Now, whilst you're doing that, we are going to work on the Master Ranger. Now, there are a couple of things that we need to do. I think we could possibly... Now, this is a big possibly. It may be possible for us to do something along the lines of building a Nimbus on here. Instead of the Kororo mine layer, though perhaps we could have a Kororo mine layer as well, and just have many different types of weapon systems on this. But I'm moderately tempted to fit a Nimbus. Oh, in fact, I've got another idea as well. Ooh. This would make this... this would possibly be a silly thing to do, because it's going to make this vessel so stupendously powerful compared to the other, to the base Kororo. But we'll see. I mean, it is going to be operating up here by itself for a lot of time, so maybe it needs a little bit more than the base Kororo needs. Now we've replaced this. Now, if I get rid of that, that's going to be a bit of a problem. So we need to replace it from over here. Now, what I'm thinking of doing, let's hope that this works. Yes, phew. What I'm thinking of doing is have the AI come up through here. So have whatever we're building anchored on this point, actually. Right there. I think that would be good. So we'd have the weapon control system here. And then possibly, let's think, if we tilt you up, rotate you around like so, and maybe even on each side, like that, and then finally a too long one there. Oh, I think that looks kind of nice. In fact, let's go ahead and change the color as well. I know, I'm faffing around with design when we've got an enemy at the gates, as it were. But I don't care. I was going to try and defend it, but there is really no defense for that kind of those kinds of shenanigans. I just flat out don't care. Now, initially, what I was thinking is we could have this as a turret system, and we could have the control computer in there. So, because I'm kind of working this out as I go, I've got a different idea for our Nimbus projectiles. Sorry, our Nimbus turrets. Let's go with something. You know, these didn't even exist when we built this. Let's go with you there. You there. Again, something very similar. Why do I always turn the wrong way? And then finally, that there. But here, we want a wooden beam going straight down. Now we could color these in, but because this is going to be slightly different design, I don't intend to. Instead, let's work on this. Now, it should become obvious what I'm working on as I go, but I'm thinking of having both a Nimbus and a mine layer set up here. Not sure if that's going to work. It may be crazy. There is a distinct possibility of craziness in what I'm trying to do. But it's the good kind of crazy, I promise. It'll be glorious. There we are. And that even looks good. Alright, what we could do is we could have the AI kind of settled in. Actually, we're going to need it one longer, so I'll change that out though. Actually, we're going to need this a little bit higher up because the radar dish will pose a tiny bit of a problem otherwise. So we may actually need to change the front and back a little bit. Yeah, okay. I've got this. Don't worry. I'm puzzling it out as we go. But I got this now. You can trust me. There we are. We'll have it just that little bit higher up. The actual connection point will be about here, I think. So right there is where we're going to want the turrets to exist. So we want 2 downward slopes. There we are. Basically, we want it 3 tall because we'd have a weapon control system, AI, cards. And then the cards can poke out at either side, right about there. And then on this side, we'll want... Because I'm not actually trying to armor it. I'm trying to make it secure for when we place the turrets on here. Because otherwise, we're going to have some problems with it being able to aim properly. So we want one there, and bring that down on either side. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look amazing. I know. There is perhaps a way that we could make this look much better, but oh, yikes, that is not it. Apparently it is now. I don't entirely approve. Oh, there we are. That's actually much better. Okay. So, we can have cannons on either side. So this is going to be a very heavily defended mode. Oh my goodness. It's going to be very, very heavy. Heavily defended and heavy. Right, have you decided you want to attack? Oh, who's this? You're new. Right, we've got... Oh no, actually, you were the fleet that was going down there. Right, I see. Good. That's brilliant. Now you can come back. Come right back. We want everyone in position. This is a very important battle. Right, now, we are going to equip either of these with a Nimbus and a mine layer on either side. Then we're going to build a bespoke cannon for either of those other hard points. But first, let's drop the AI in. So we want a local weapon controller. We don't want it to be black. There we go. Local weapon controller. We want you. Can you not fit in there? Ah, right. I need to align you properly. There we go. Then we want the AI. Then we want a side, left, right. Wax on, wax off. Aim point selection. And target prioritization. Now, the target prioritization... actually, the only thing with this is it's going to force this to try and aim at the same thing with its mine layer, as it will try to do with the Nimbus. I hadn't properly considered that. That will, in fact, be very dodgy. Very, very dodgy indeed. I could have two mine layers on one side and two Nimbus on the other, perhaps. No, it'll make it a bit. It'll throw her off kilter a little bit. Well, that's awkward. That is decidedly awkward, and I don't mind admitting it. We are going to need to possibly redress this then, and instead of having the mine layer as useful as the mine layer has been, I think maybe we'll just go with the Nimbus for this. And in a way, that does also make for a more varied Kuroro setup, and there's definitely something to be said about that. Now what we could do is we could have the Nimbus down here, just bang smack at the bottom of this. May interact. Yeah, actually, let's go with that. So, load sub-objects, it's time. Nimbus, where are you? I would like you to be a... I don't really think it actually matters too much, but we'll go with talkless anyway. Alright, we want to unhook that. We want to set you up and pop. And on the other side, please. Pop. There we go. Now, you're probably going to clip that radar, aren't you? Oh, wow, we're losing some altitude because it's so heavy. But the Nimbus has been set up now on each side. This should be quite glorious. Right, we want target prioritization algorithm. We want you to pull that right out. One side, I'm going to have you focus. Speed isn't going to be the issue here. I don't really care too much about that. Range, further away, the worse. But one is going to care about altitude. The other is going to want to hit things that are... Oh, no. When did that happen? Ah, scallywags. At some point, I forgot to place the mirror line back down. Probably everyone realized this one. It was like, no, not quite. So it's one of those things. Don't worry, I will fix. Avac will fix. Avac hopes. There we go. And then this side. Now you have to do it one side at a time, otherwise you'll completely disconnect everything and it'll all fall. But there we go. And then... Oh, how much did I lose? No, not that much, so it's fine. So all I need to do is grab you. I'll just turn off the mirror line at this point. We don't actually need it. So, local weapon controller. Next up, we want AI mainframe. Next up, we want a left-right card, an aim point selection, and finally, a target prioritization. Now, this one needs to prioritize something different. Again, speed isn't a concern. It doesn't really matter to this weapon system whether it's moving fast or not, but it doesn't want it to be in high up. It wants it to be low down. Now, not as aggressively low down as a full -1, because then it would try to start targeting subs and things like that. So I want its range to be more of a deterrent than its height. But there we are. That should work for us. And we're still at about 303. That's not too terribly bad. Now then, I believe that we had a maximum range of about 1,200 on this. No, it'll be a little bit shy of that. With only 3 fuel tanks, it's not going to reach 1,200. Or at least I very much doubt it. Let's say that you can engage anything up to a range of 1,000. There we go. I'm not going to give you a minimum range. You can just knock yourself out, honestly. Just have fun. There we go. So these are 2 Nimbus turrets set up. Now, these were built for coastal defense. I never really thought that I'd be using them on a Kororo, but they're quite nice little turrets, honestly. So I see no reason not to use them. Now, they are wobbling like crazy because they're torqueless. So they're not going to be applying any kind of destabilization to the platform, which is a bit funky. Are they following? No, good. Right, now, let's have a quick look at the map. How are things going? Things aren't doing too terribly badly. They are coming in for us, but we've got a little bit more time. So I'm thinking perhaps we want to build a cannon. Now, the thing with a cannon... You know what? Perhaps not. We could go with a cannon, and there is something to be said about that, because it would be able to engage targets in a way that our missiles wouldn't. It's not going to be shot down all the time. I really would like that. Okay. We could make a little cannon turret. It's going to be odd, in a word. But maybe it'll work. I hope. I'm just kind of measuring it out in my mind. We could possibly build this with only needing it to be 3 deep. If we make it wide, it'll only have to be 3 tall. Though if we want to put any kind of armor on it, it'll need more than that. But yeah, we could do this. Okay, let's see what we can do. So we're going to want new object, turret, torqueless, definitely torqueless in this case. There we go, turret placed. Now the thing with this turret is it'll be 3 tall from this point. So 1, 2, 3. There may be a little bit of armor on top. Maybe. I think we can do something with this. The only other thing is if I make it 4, yeah, 4 will probably be better simply because it'll have, I'll be able to connect it a little bit more securely. Now I'm going to try and make this as low profile as I can, so it's going to have to be wider as a result. But we're going to go for lightweight metal alloy. I'm going to grab a dark color for this one. And we're going to start with an alloy block. We actually only want it to come out a little ways on each side. Now I'm going to use the light alloy blocks for a specific reason. Sorry about that. Bit of a waste. I know. Let's bring that out there. And then the reason why I'm using the alloy blocks is because they're much lighter. So I want... Okay. Starting to build out the idea in my head of how we're going to set this up. Actually, let's move the mirror line over here. And of course, we'll be saving this as a new sub-object. So I only have to build this once. We are going to want... Where are you? Custom cannons. 6-way connectors. I'm going to try and make use of the fact that it seems that the ammo loaders... It's the amount of connections, much like an engine. It's not the presence of a certain number of fuel tanks, but how many cylinders, how many times a fuel tank is connected to a cylinder through different paths. If you're wondering what I mean by that, it's that, for example, if I have 2 ammo loaders, in fact, I'll quickly demonstrate. We actually want the ammo loaders there. Ooh. I've built that out just slightly too far out, but that's fine. I'll quickly demonstrate, I say as I faff around. If we build the ammo loaders here, Also, back to regular color. There we go. Manual orientation. And rotate that around like so. Now, if I put an ammo box here, even though there's only one physical ammo box, I will be getting the bonus of an ammo box twice, because there are two separate connections. If I have 4 of these around it, then one ammo box there will count as 4. One ammo box there will count as 4 as well. So in total, we will have effectively 8 ammo boxes. And I'm going to try and make use of this curious little design to make this as low profile as I can. So back to full select. I want ammo boxes. We've now effectively got 8 ammo boxes on this construct. We've now effectively got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 explosives. And there we are, 8 piercing as well. Now, I just need to connect them all up to a single point, like so. And we have a fairly efficient little turret. Now, the thing we need to do here is go back to... actually, we'll stick with custom cannons for just the time being. All I need to do is... I need the firing piece to be upside down, but the way the firing piece likes to anchor is a little bit odd, to say the least. I can make it anchor upside down, but there has to be something underneath it. So that is over here for the piece to anchor down, because a firing piece, if we head back, can connect in front. The barrels has to be in front, and the ammo boxes and all other components on the sides or on the top. But it still needs something underneath it to be placed. However, if we do this, then we can get rid of these connecting pieces without worry. It is technically still connected. However, we're not going to be messing around quite that aggressively. It is a little bit cheeky. So we will... have a little something here. We want a slope. Ah, scallywags. There we go. On either side as well. There we are. Now this is facing forward. Currently it has reload time of 0.4 because there are so many ammo boxes. We don't need it to be even remotely that fast. What we do need, however, is barrels. We want an elevation barrel. We don't want it to be colored. At least, well, okay, maybe we do. Elevation barrel, followed by some... color that. Yeah, we'll stay on this. Then we want some regular barrels. I'm thinking about 10, so... Now, unfortunately, each one of these has the weight of a block of metal, so until I balance it out properly, it's going to act very, very curiously. That seems reasonable. Let's get some... gauge increases, because we want it to be fairly beefy weapon system. We'll have pop that there. Yeah, 4 should do, I think. Then we can add a couple of extra ammo boxes just to allow us to have a little bit of storage. Now, we could do more with this, but I'm not going to. We don't have the time, unfortunately. I would like to, but we really don't. So we're just going to color this the right color. Build that up on the back and the front. There we are. And And we just want one more block. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Right. Reload time of 1.05. That's a little bit faster than I really want it to be. Ideally, well, actually, it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, with 8 explosive and 8 piercing boxes on this, it's going to be firing explosive piercing rounds whenever it shoots. So that's fine. Right, we're going to save this as a new object. It shall be Kuro Cannon. There we go. Perfect. Right, we want to return, select a block, to editing the hull. We want to build another Kuroro cannon facing this way. Just to balance everything out. This is an expensive thing to do, but there we go. At least now everything is going to be balanced, and we desperately need 2 things. Ammo, and also AI. So let's get the AI taken care of. Local controller, 1 on each side. Then we want back here, AI mainframe, front and back card slot, aim point, and target prioritization. This one needs to prioritize. Doesn't care about height. Cares about speed. Not too much, honestly. Actually, let's make this one... Again, I kind of wanted to favor things in the water. And the same over on this side. Favor things in the water. Doesn't care too much about speed. There we are. And down here, I have no idea what kind of range this is going to have. So I'm just going to give it 1,000 range because it's fairly high up. There you are. And the same over here. And I'm just going to hope that this is good enough. My lord. The Master Ranger has a significantly more beefy looking setup here. Oh dear. Is this properly anchored? I hope that's the right type of turret. I hope I didn't just try to build a... if I go down here, load sub-objects, what does it... it tries to do that. Well, that's going to ruin this place. So, I need to take this away. And then do this. That was kind of... What? The Dickens. No. Go away. Talkless. Upside down. There we go. Needs to be talkless. Otherwise, bad things happen. Need to make sure the same is on this side. There we go. We got all of the resources back from those cannons. Don't worry. I didn't just throw away all of that money. Almost did, but I didn't. Right, we need... For this, since this is going to be operating in much less friendly waters, we're going to set this up a little bit more beefy. So that there, here. There we go. Damn it. It's not in the right place, but okay. There we are. And we'll color this one. Because even though we're operating in dangerous waters, I see no reason to let style go out the window. There we go. Now, what we're going to put at the top is probably just going to be something simple like this. Just so we've got something that looks like it's there intentionally. And then, much to everyone's delight, I am absolutely certain, we are not going to have glass. We're not going to have like a little glass window. Don't worry. We'll just fill that out like this. Then top it off in much the same way I did on the other side. And inside then we will be having all of our ammo barrels. Damn it. Why wasn't that built on the right side? Oh well. I may have to check this side. Oh no, it wasn't on this one either. Scallywags. Right, okay. Now we just need a platform. Yeah, you know what, we'll just go with this again. This is expensive. Actually, we're going to make the floor out of wood. Just because it is really expensive. I'm going to need to shrink this down so I can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And then inside here we will have ammo barrels. Now this thing is going to be able to use a lot of ammo very quickly, I suspect. So I'm wondering if maybe I should not have ammo barrels but actually ammo processors. That is going to explode big when that goes up. And it probably will eventually, no matter what I do. No, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we have sunk down quite a lot. The Master Ranger is a much heavier weapons platform than the Kororo. But the enemy are at the gates. What have we got? What kind of enemies have we got? Scrapper. Scrapper. Okay. This is a fairly long episode already. But I would feel bad not seeing what our masterpiece can actually do. There are cliffhangers, and then there's just being cruel. And whilst I'm amused by cliffhangers, I don't want to be mean to anyone. So we're going to see how this can do in at least one fight. There we go. All AI is turned on. Attacking salvage only. Ignoring everything else. The Master Ranger does not have a mine layer. It has 2 missile systems and 2 moderately powerful cannon systems equipped to it. We'll see how it does. But first, we need to pull it out and let everything move in. This is going to be an interesting fight. I want you way up in the sky. Actually, facing about there so that at least 2 of your weapon systems, the cannon and a Nimbus, can fire on the enemies. Right, we'll slow it down there. I immediately need to bring in both of these. And I need to make sure that the Abaya, the Eric Martin, and Sobek are all set to combat and are all ignoring salvage. Okay. Are you going to be able to engage? Are they too far? That's probably what it is. That's what I hope it is. Where's the Abaya? The Abaya is fairly deep down. Missiles are launched. That should be close enough. Oh no, there we are. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried. There we go. Missiles away. Here they come. Oh, okay. So it's not firing constant explosives. That's a little bit of a shame. Okay, this fight is going to be pointlessly easy. But the enemy are over yonder. And away go the missiles. Okay, how are you doing down here, Sobek and Abaya? The Abaya is happily making its way forward. Oh, these... Oh, of course, yes. 2 of the missiles are guided, I believe. Self-guided, that is. So they've chosen their own targets. Alright. Well, we've just expelled those enemy, and the next ones are apparently too far out of battle to really do anything. So we'll just let them get involved. Come on in. We welcome you to the party. Let it never be said that we are bad hosts. And I think that's just about right. Let's go back in and activate both fleets once again. Now, how much did this all cost? It was a sizable amount, but in the time that we've been building this, we've actually gotten fairly close to the amount of resources that we're going to need to build our new ship, which I'm very excited about. Also, I believe I got another level, so I'm going to put that into Sky Captain. We'll get this up a little bit higher. There we go. There we are. It's rocking a little bit, but generally speaking, it's not too terribly bad. Really? What just happened? Really? Wow. I imagine a few people were thinking that. They were like, like, you've got one very, very, very important thing. You've got cannons. They can shoot at you. So, they can. Yes. I'm a derp. Failsafe. There we go. As failsafe connected, this one should also now have failsafe connected. Can't believe that just happened. I'm so sorry, Nimbus. I appear to have derped so badly that you got shot off. But never mind. We're doing okay now, I think. That one's not firing because the Nimbus... Oh, what just happened there? We lost something important. Wow. I have no idea what just happened. We lost a collection of balloons. We're still in the sky, but everything has gone a bit awry now. That is awkward. Okay. Still, I feel that it's doing a very good job of absolutely owning. There we go. Those explosive shells, specifically. Very, very lovely to see in action. But, you cats. Doesn't know whether it's coming or going at the moment. But there we are. I think that was the battle won. 2 damage. It's despawning. Okay. I could have gone a little bit better in many, many ways. But especially the fact that there are 2 balloons just basically sat in front of the Nimbus right now. Are we going to settle? Are we going to keep going out? I have no idea what's going on. It looks like one of the balloons is how? What? Is that the balloon? No! Get that balloon out of there, you stupid satellite. Oh, I don't know sometimes. Okay, right, we'll pull these out. But that battle has been won, it seems. Now, unfortunately, the Master Ranger no longer has the amazing range that it used to have in the sky. So we're going to have to move a little bit closer to the enemy's front line in order to engage. But let's get the buy down here. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I'll just hang out up here while this moves, even though it has no thrusters whatsoever. But when it's out of the game, no matter what, it has a base move speed of 3 meters. One day I'm sure they'll fix that, and when they do, things will change. But for now, we'll make use of it just to move the Corora into position without having to build propellers or something like that. But that is it from me for now. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a build-heavy one, but the Master Ranger, I feel, is quite a potent little weapons platform. Not really what it was meant to be, but it is going to be operating very far away from friendly waters, so I feel it is warranted, if I'm perfectly honest. It does make sense for us to have a observation outpost this far away from home base, from our own territory, to be well armed. Certainly better armed than the Corora, which has the Armox Throne, a Plunderer, the Armox Militia, sorry, which includes the Plunderer and the Wander, and whatever else I build down there to protect it. But once again, that is it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode, and are looking forward to the next, where, judging by the amount of metal we've accrued, I'm probably going to be building our latest designed ship, the enormous castle-like behemoth, which hopefully is going to be a game changer for us. It'll be an actual gunship in our fleet, but you never know. But until next time, and as always, do take care.